It is the biggest smartphone launch of this month, and it is the highly anticipated flagship smartphone from the largest smartphone maker in the world. It is the Galaxy S10. And it's easily the most advanced Galaxy S smartphone that the company has ever made. But is it any good? Let's find out. Samsung has finally pulled the covers off their brand new Galaxy S flagship smartphones in a huge launch event in San Francisco. And we actually have a team there that has had first-hand experience with these devices, so naturally we had a discussion, exchanged some notes, and here's what we think of the new smartphone. If you've been following the leaks so far, then all of these specs would come as no surprise to you because most of those leaks are actually true. So there are 4 devices that launched. It is the Galaxy S10, the basic Galaxy S10. You have the larger Galaxy S10 Plus. You have the more affordable Galaxy S10e. And then you have the Galaxy S10 5G. So let's start with the Galaxy S10 and S10 Plus. So the Galaxy S10 and S10 Plus are your standard Samsung flagship duo, where they differ most notably in size but share a lot of the core specs. For example, both devices sport Samsung's top-of-the-line Exynos 9820 processor, and they both come with Quad HD curved dynamic AMOLED displays. The only difference is that on the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, you get a larger 6.4-inch panel, while the Galaxy S10 settles for a smaller 6.1-inch screen. The Galaxy S10 Plus also sports more memory as it tops out at 12 gigs of RAM and 1 terabyte of internal storage on the special ceramic edition device. The Galaxy S10, on the other hand, only tops out at 8 gigs of RAM and 512 gigs of storage. The good news is that both of these devices actually support microSD expansion, so you can add on additional 512 gigs of internal storage. Besides that, the Galaxy S10 Plus also features a larger 4100 mAh battery, while the Galaxy S10 only gets a 3400 mAh cell. The good news is that both devices do support fast charging and fast wireless charging, so you'll be able to top them up in a jiffy. Other similarities include the Galaxy S10 and S10 Plus's cameras. So the main camera now is a triple camera module compared to the dual camera module on the Galaxy S9. Now you get a 12 megapixel main sensor with a variable aperture lens, you get a 12 megapixel telephoto camera, and you also get a third 16 megapixel ultra wide angled camera. Up front, however, the Galaxy S10 Plus gets a dual camera punch hole selfie camera module, while the Galaxy S10 only has a single punch hole selfie camera. Despite all of these goodies though, both of these devices feel very similar. I mean, they feel a bit thinner, but they're unmistakably a Galaxy S device, and that is a very good thing. There is a special ceramic version that weighs a little more, about 20 grams more, but honestly it's hard to tell the difference between the texture of the ceramic and the glass when these phones are in your hands. Both of these devices will be running on Android 9 Pie with Samsung's One UI running on top. And the One UI interface is still as clean as it is, but it's still a little bit kiddish with those icons, though it is hard to argue with how well it works. So essential things like switching between the different camera modules in the camera app are just so easy to pick up that it's hard to fault how effective this OS is. Another new feature is wireless power share, which basically allows you to turn your Galaxy S10 into what is essentially a wireless charger. This is very similar to what we saw on the Huawei Mate 20 with its reverse wireless charging, and just as it was gimmicky there, it is also gimmicky on the Galaxy S10. I mean, wirelessly charging itself already means that you can't use your smartphone while it's charging, and then realistically, your smartphone's battery on the Galaxy S10 and S10 Plus, they're not really big enough to charge another smartphone. To make matters worse, using it felt highly problematic. I mean, if you wanted to charge another device, it would have to be placed at exactly the right spot with your Galaxy S10 or the whole thing wouldn't work. The margin of error here is very, very small. Finally, one of the biggest changes between the S10 and its predecessor is the new in-display ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. I was a little bit skeptical at first with how well this would work, but Amin assures me that this is the fastest in-display fingerprint scanner that he's used so far. So the S10 and S10 Plus are definitely capable devices, or the kind of capable devices that you would expect from Samsung, and they also retain a lot of the features that we liked on the Galaxy S9, stuff like the 3.5mm headphone jack and IP68 water resistance, so kudos there. But then there's the curveball, and it is called the Samsung Galaxy S10e. Since the Galaxy S7, there hasn't really been a Galaxy S device that's priced below 3,000 ringgit. But with the Galaxy S10e, we suspect that it will be priced somewhere between 2,500 to 3,000 ringgit. This puts it right in the crosshairs of something like the Huawei P20 and the Honor View 20. The first thing that strikes us with the Galaxy S10e is the new canary yellow color. It's definitely striking, and it's one that's for the young or the young at heart. The Galaxy S10e is designed to provide the essential Galaxy S experience in a much more compact form factor. Because of its small body, it's actually very easy to hold in one hand, and you don't really have a lot of trouble reaching the top corners of the device. It also doesn't seem like a lot has been sacrificed in the spec department compared to the Galaxy S10 and S10 Plus. It still features the same top-of-the-line Exynos processor, the same kind of LPDDR4X memory. The only difference is you're getting a little less memory. So you have an entry-level device with 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage instead. This means that you can expect a similar snappy experience on the Galaxy S10e as you would on its bigger brothers. If we were to nitpick, it would be that we generally prefer a curved display to the flat one on the Galaxy S10e. Even something as simple as a 2.5D curve at the edge would have made this device feel a lot more premium. Also different is the fingerprint scanner. Instead of an ultrasonic in-display fingerprint scanner, the Galaxy S10e gets a side-mounted one. Now, it works pretty well when you've gotten it set up, but its position near the top of the smartphone means that you'll have to significantly shift your grip just to reach it. And the shift in grip is so significant that we don't see how this is better than like a rear-mounted one that you'd find on the Galaxy Note 9. Finally, we've got the Galaxy S10e's camera, where instead of a triple camera setup, the Galaxy S10e only features a dual camera setup, where it drops the 12 megapixel telephoto camera. But the main sensor and the ultra-wide are still exactly the same on the Galaxy S10 and S10 Plus. Now, if the Pixel 3 can take such good photos with just one camera, we're not ready to write off the Galaxy S10e's camera just because it loses one sensor. After all, the main and ultra-wide are still the same, so you can expect it to have a similar kind of camera or image quality as the bigger brothers, as long as you don't zoom in. Regarding the fourth Galaxy S10 device, which is dubbed the Galaxy S10 5G, it's supposed to have a 6.7-inch display, a large 4,500 mAh battery, and 25-watt fast charging. But unfortunately, there were no demo units for us to try out, so we can't really tell you how that feels. So the Galaxy S10 as a whole is certainly the most advanced Galaxy S device Samsung has ever created. And it is certainly everything you would expect a Galaxy S10 to be. And that's a good thing because the Samsung Galaxy S series has come a long way since it started 10 years ago. But with the competition getting better and better, just being able to meet our expectations may not be good enough anymore. But what do you think of the Galaxy S10? We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. For this video though, this is where I'm going to end it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the notification bell icon so that you don't miss any one of our future uploads. You can also like us on Facebook and keep your browser locked to searchinsha.com for more details on the Galaxy S10. In the meantime, you can check out our latest video over here and another awesome video over here. And that's it. Thank you again for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!